Welcome back into our kickoff of the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway campaign. Today, your first opportunity to get your ticket. If you've been thinking, I need a new dream home or a dream kitchen, why don't you take a look at this? How about these beautiful quartz countertops? It's that 14-foot island that would just be ideal for hosting. We are out here in the Summerfield subdivision in Perrysburg. This home built by Buckeye Real Estate Group, but it really takes a community of not only contractors and subcontractors, but volunteers that come through year after year. And one of our very heartfelt volunteers is Annette here. And Annette, you have been volunteering here with St. Jude for quite some time.
I have since, well, before Toledo. I was volunteering in Boston and in Miami.
How many years collectively?
At least 24.
Why St. Jude? Why do you get that call to be volunteering for St. Jude? Because we see the commercials, we know some of the stories, we feel the emotion of families that have heard you have cancer, a child that's going through cancer, and we feel that, like Danny Thomas's mission, we want to live in a world where we don't hear that anymore. Why do you get so passionate about this?
Children shouldn't get sick like that. And my mother had cancer, so I know what we went through. I was in my 20s, and I know what I went through, and I would hate to have, little kids go through that.
And could you imagine this too, when Danny Thomas had his bold dream back in the 1950s and he was fundraising, he opened the doors in 1962. The survival rate for cancer was less than 20%, which means 4 out of 5 children, they did not overcome their challenge and they did not defeat cancer. But today we flipped those odds. It's over 80% now. And a lot of that is due to the research that we know that goes out there and it is openly shared. That research is going to the cure. Do you think that we're going to live to see a day, is that what we're all working for, that we'll have a cure to cancer?
Definitely. One of my volunteers, her grandson, was treated in Toledo, and he was treated with protocols started at St. Jude. So even though they didn't go to Memphis, they still helped, and the child is now 12. He had cancer when he was a year old.
And it's that world-class research that they say, we don't want to keep that research here in a lab. We want that research to go out so it can cure all children. And their goal at St. Jude now is truly global, that they're going to share that. They're going to up those survival rates all across the world and continue to do that. Another thing that struck me is the Dream Home program itself. The one we have here in Toledo is one of the largest in the nation. It's one of the quickest growing. It's got to be because of Toledo's Danny Thomas, who started St. Jude. What do you think this community says about Danny Thomas, and how do they speak of him and remember him for what he did for starting St. Jude?
We've had people come through the house that knew Danny and helped him get started when St. Jude was just in the idea stage,
which was many decades ago, and it's come to quite a success right now. These Dream Home programs have raised collectively over $600 million for the protocols and for the treatment that goes on at St. Jude. It now costs over $2 billion a year to run and operate St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We're going to go as long as we can here to continue to raise those funds to support that research. We're very honored to be out here. We are live in Perrysburg. This is the Summerfield subdivision. And the cool part about this, Dan and Tatiana, a ticket, $100, gives you your chance to win the Dream Home, the car by Jim White Honda, 2024 Honda Civic. Also, this house equipped with a golf simulator in the basement. And if you get your ticket today, and today alone, how about a luxury hot tub, the Michael Phelps Legend style hot tub by Preferred Pools and Spas. Today only, that's got a $24,000 value. You got to be in on that early bird to be eligible for all those tickets. And since the Dream Home program started in 1991, the ticket has always stayed the same, $100. It has never gone up. I think that goes to the message of Danny Thomas. They want more people to be involved in supporting this. And if it's something little you could do, go ahead and make that call right now.
Chris, well said. And also one more thing that thanks to research St. Jude does, getting a cancer diagnosis is not a death diagnosis.
Exactly.
They are beating cancer. They have come a long way in doing that.
It always makes you feel good.
And that's great. Dan, one of those points that you made there too, back in 1962, the survival rate of ALL was about 4%. It's now 90-some% survival rate, pushing about 95, 96%. So you said that. It's just incredible to know that lives could be saved and families could be made whole just by that research and care that they do.
And all it takes is $100.
Take $100. Chris, thank you so much.